The 1960s were a turbulent time in American history. The civil rights movement was in full swing.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
And music became a powerful weapon for change. But not everyone welcomed these songs. Many anthems of equality and justice were banned, censored, or outright condemned. These songs didn't just make people uncomfortable, they sparked outrage. In this video, we're diving into the most controversial anthems of the civil rights era, songs that challenged the status quo and gave a voice to the fight for freedom. Number 1. Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday. Our story begins in 1939 with a song that many consider the first great protest anthem, Strange Fruit. Billie Holiday's haunting performance of this song exposed a brutal truth. Lynching was still a horrifying reality in the American South. Strange Fruit was based on a poem written by Abel Meeropol describing black bodies hanging from trees like grotesque fruit. It was a song that made people stop in their tracks, and it made racists furious. It wasn't just music, it was a form of resistance. Every time Holiday sang those words, she turned her voice into a weapon against injustice. Southern radio stations banned it. Holiday herself was threatened by club owners and even the FBI. But she kept singing it, night after night. Her bravery paved the way for protest music in the decades to come. And it wasn't just about her voice. It was about what it stood for. Strange Fruit became a symbol of defiance, a reminder that music could challenge power, spark outrage, and plant the seeds of change. Number 2. We Shall Overcome. If there's one song that defined the civil rights movement, it's We Shall Overcome. This hymn became the soundtrack of the struggle, sung in churches, at rallies, and on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. It carried a message that couldn't be ignored, hope in the face of oppression. But did you know that this simple song was once considered so controversial that politicians tried to silence it? Southern governors banned gatherings where it was sung, fearing it would incite rebellion. Yet the song endured, becoming a unifying force for people fighting for freedom, not just in America, but around the world.
There's a little song within our breasts, with words of hope and love. The melody blends as we join hands with faith in God above. Dr. Martin Luther King now tells us of this song.
There's a little song that we sing in our movement down in the South. I don't know if you've heard it, but it has become the theme song. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. Though I join hands so often with students and others behind jail bars singing it, we shall overcome. Sometimes we've had tears in our eyes when we joined together to sing it, but we still decided to sing it. We shall overcome. No, before this victory is won, some will have to get through it.
Number 3. Mississippi Godamn by Nina Simone. In 1964, Nina Simone dropped a musical bombshell with her controversial song, Mississippi Godamn.
Mississippi, go home. Mississippi Godamn is our last tune. We had some.
Her song, Mississippi Godamn, was a raw, furious response to the murder of Medgar Evers and the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing that killed 4 little girls in Alabama. Unlike the spirituals of the past, this wasn't a hopeful tune, it was an angry one. Simone sang about the slow pace of change, the violence faced by Black Americans, and the hypocrisy of white politicians. It wasn't subtle, and it wasn't meant to be. With biting lyrics and a defiant tone, Simone made it clear she was done asking for justice politely.
Mama's got me so upset, and Governor Wallace has made me lose my rest. Everybody knows about Mississippi, goddamn. Hound dogs on my trail, school children sitting in jail. Black cat crossed my path, I think every day's gonna be my last.
The song was banned in several southern states, with some record companies sending her broken copies of her own record as a message. But Nina Simone wasn't deterred. Her anger became her power.
Hound dogs on my trail, school children sitting in jail. Black cat crossed my path, I think every day's gonna be my last. Lord have mercy on the land of mine, we all gonna get it in due time. I don't belong here, I don't belong there, I've even stopped believing in prayer. Don't tell me, I'll tell you, me and my people just about do. I've been there, so I know they keep on saying, go slow.
Number 4, A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke's A Change Is Gonna Come is often seen as a beacon of hope, but at the time of its release in 1964, it was deeply controversial. Cooke, a black pop star singing about racial equality, was considered dangerous by white audiences. Inspired by his own experience of racial discrimination, the song became a rallying cry for the civil rights movement. But Cooke faced backlash from record executives who feared it would alienate white fans. Despite the pushback, the song endured, becoming one of the most important anthems of change. Number 5, Say It Loud. I'm Black and I'm Proud by James Brown. By 1968, the civil rights movement was evolving. James Brown's Say It Loud, I'm Black and I'm Proud captured the growing sense of empowerment among Black Americans. The song was bold, unapologetic, and it made white America uncomfortable.
Put your pants up, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Oh Lord, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Look here. Some people say it's malice, some say it's a lot of nerve.
Brown encouraged Black pride at a time when it was seen as radical. The song was even banned from some radio stations for fear it would inspire riots. But to millions of Black listeners, it was a call to embrace their identity and fight for equality. Number 6, The Legacy of Protest Music. The songs of the civil rights era didn't just inspire a movement, they changed music forever. They paved the way for artists today to speak out against injustice. From Kendrick Lamar's All Right to Beyoncé's Formation, protest music remains as powerful as ever. These anthems remind us that music has the power to spark change, to challenge the status quo, and to demand a better world. And just like the anthems of the past, today's protest songs will continue to spark outrage and inspire hope. Thanks for watching. Which of these songs do you think had the biggest impact? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories behind the music that changed the world.